Yeah, Stephen, Manuel Fied from Transfermarkt. First of all, congratulations. Really curious about your what your thoughts are on Dénis Bouanga today. He had an outstanding game.
Dankeschön, erstmal. Congratulations, maybe a bit premature. We still haven't advanced, and so this is a two-leg matchup, and we need to finish the job in LA. I believe if we can perform in a similar manner that we did tonight, then I think we will advance. But we had the same result against our last opponent in the last round, Alajuelense, and it got a little shaky at home. So we are warned, and we'll be ready for Tuesday. And Denis has shown in the league already. He showed us last year, obviously, his potential in this league. And he's kind of connected the dots this season and becoming very prolific for us. Just an incredibly individual player, but is now understood and understands our system a little better. And we're getting him in better positions than we did last season. So I see no reason why this should stop. He can continue in this manner as long as he stays healthy. He's a very important player for our squad after losing our number 9 last season. So players like Denis and Carlos and Stipe, who came in very well, and obviously Mahala, all need to step up and be a little more prolific and productive, and they're doing exactly that. So LAFC's football remains and looks similar to last season, which is our goal.
Denis looked like he almost turned a switch and turned it on. Is that how you saw it as well?
If I'm completely honest with you, I thought he was quite poor up until that goal. And after that, he was much better. At times, things get a little too individual or complicated. And then we are at our best when we are connecting more passes and finding Denis in better positions to run at players in the box and not in midfield. And sometimes that gets a little mixed up, but he is smart enough and intelligent enough to figure it out, and he did once again. So we're happy with how he finished the game, but certainly we'll talk about the start.
Perhaps building off of that question, it seemed like the first half was more of a defensive battle, and then something kind of changed, and around the 50th minute, you guys kind of took hold of the game. What was it in your eyes that changed around that time?
Well, I thought in the first half we were in complete control. There were one or two small moments in transition that Vancouver this year has improved greatly in, and that it's kind of is about their game model as well and their positioning. But I thought we were in complete control. It's the first leg of a 2-leg series. And so we were just happy with the first half, how we progressed the ball, controlled the opponent. And we asked the players to clean up a few things in the final third to be a little more prolific and a little more dangerous to try to get a goal. And it came from an individual effort, but I believe if we continued on the same path, things would have been fine. We would have scored in another manner. I thought in the beginning of the second half, Vancouver actually did play a little better, and we stopped connecting passes. But as soon as we started moving the ball again in our own rows, the game was in complete control. And in no ways did I feel we could lose this match tonight.
This is a market that's pretty familiar with Max Crepeau. Obviously, you don't have him in net right now, but can you talk about what John McCarthy's added to this team in his absence?
Yeah, I'm not sure what minute it was, but John came up early in the first half, came up with a very big save. I think it was off a corner kick, and Tristan Blackman had a good look at goal, and John came up big for us. And for John to do that last season, coming in the final in the manner he did, and then today as well, that's why you have quality goalkeepers in goal. And John has shown that obviously in training last season, and he's coming up big this year. So it's incredible to have two very, very talented goalkeepers.
I was actually gonna ask you, with this performance today and having sort of, the 3-goal lead going into next week and right ahead of the El Tráfico, does this help a little bit in terms of how you prepare for, that really big matchup against LA Galaxy?
Yeah, the games against Galaxy are always interesting and usually fun to watch. But our focus right now is on Austin. And then after Austin, it will be on Vancouver and advancing in this competition, which we really want to do. And then we'll deal with Galaxy. But there's plenty of time after our match next Tuesday against Vancouver to recover physically, to put up a good fight against the Galaxy.
It was a dominant game, you can very much admit. But ahead of the next game against Vancouver on Tuesday, how do you avoid complacency in your team to make sure you don't have a scary match like you did in the second leg against Alajuelense?
Well, a couple of ways we can do it. We can show them some of the clips from our return leg against Alajuelense. But I honestly don't think I need to. This group is matured over the last year and a couple of months now. We have a lot of experienced players. We really want to do well in this competition. So the writing is on the wall for the players. I'm not sure we need to show them too much. We'll obviously talk about it, but these players want to win games, and they will try to win next Tuesday as well.
Okay, we'll go to virtual here.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Hey Steve, this is Jonathan Siegel from MLSsoccer.com. I couldn't hear volume in the room, but they unmuted me on the line, so I wanted to get a question in. Denis, how have you seen the rest of the squad embrace him as really a leading man of this team? Because he came in last year, gets integrated, takes a second, and then comes up big in big moments. And now it seems like he's becoming a real face of this club in so many ways.
Oh, well, I can say integrating players into this team is very, very easy. We've tried to create an atmosphere in and around the club that welcomes everyone. And, whether it was Denis or some of the other new players, they've all been welcomed in the same fashion. And I see every day at the club, at the training facility, guys come in with a smile and they enjoy being here. And the fact that Denis jumped on a play after his national team duties, landed an hour before our home game, and comes up with the winner speaks volumes about how he feels about LAFC. Whether or not somebody has become the face of the organization, I don't think that's necessary. And that's certainly not our goal. Our goal is to win football matches, and Denis helps us. He's one of many players in our organization who will help do that. And everybody in this team understands that at LAFC, you were at this club to win games, and maybe not to become the face of an organization. That is to us never the goal. We want to win championships and games, and Denis helps us greatly.
Hey, Steve. I'm just curious, after Carlos's comments earlier this week about him just not necessarily being happy, I guess, where he is physically or perhaps in performance-based. What did you see from him today? Goes 90 minutes, which I don't want to make it seem like it's a big accomplishment nowadays, but in a road game, in a tough place, in obviously a big game, it is a big deal for him to go those 90. What did you see of his performance and where he's at?
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance from Carlos. He's our captain, and he's very important. And I saw a very engaged player, tactically very disciplined tonight with his positioning, with his passing, his communication with the group, calming the group down at times, getting hold of the ball and connecting passes, creating some key passes. There was a big chance for Denis in the first half that Carlos created, and not many players play that pass or see that pass. So he remains a very important role or player for this organization. And look, sometimes performances are better than others, but tonight I saw a very good and disciplined Carlos Vela.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.